I want to recommend very highly Coilib to every youth out there who has an idea that they want to bring on board. This is a place where you'll be incubated, so to say. You, irrespective of how rugged you feel your idea is, you come to this place and we will continuously work on you to make sure that the idea that you have is refined and at least you become the person.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
Coilib for my business has really been a point of growth because I've seen my business move from one point to another. And you know, with Coilib, you get to understand the business aspect of it and how to make money.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
We hustle.
We go through.
Access granted.
We win.
We lose.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
In everything, we dust ourselves.
We are the majority.
You want to tell me just what we're dealing with here?
If you haven't guessed by now, I'll tell you who we are.
It's me. Hi.
We are the empowered youth.
Underground.
And this is our podcast, the EUI Podcast.
Turn it up, let the speakers boom. Go.
We hustle.
We go through.
Access granted.
We win.
We lose.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
In everything, we dust ourselves.
We are the majority.
You want to tell me just what we're dealing with here?
If you haven't guessed by now, I'll tell you who we are.
It's me. Hi.
We are the empowered youth.
On air, underground.
And this is our podcast, the EUI Podcast.
Turn it up, let the speakers boom. Go.
Coilib for my business has really been a point of growth because I've seen my business move from one point to another. And you know, with Coilib, you get to understand the business aspect of it and how to make money.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
I want to recommend very highly Coilib to every youth out there who has an idea that they want to bring on board. This is a place where you'll be incubated, so to say. You, irrespective of how rugged you feel your idea is, you come to this place and we will continuously work on you to make sure that the idea that you have is refined and at least you become the person.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
CoiLib for my business has really been a point of growth because I've seen my business move from one point to another. And with CoiLib, you get to understand the business aspect of it and how to make money.
CoiLib Incuba. Innovate, invest,
We hustle.
We go through.
Access granted.
We win.
We lose.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
In everything, we dust ourselves.
We are the majority.
You want to tell me just what we're dealing with here?
If you haven't guessed by now, I'll tell you who we are.
It's me. Hi.
We are the empowered youth.
On air, underground.
And this is our podcast, the EUI Podcast.
Turn it up. Let the speakers boom. Go.
Well, thank you for staying with us with the youth and leadership, and the discussion starts right away. My guest here, Mr. Bernard Hargreaves, is here with me, and thank you for making time to studio. I'll begin by first introducing him. Mr. Bernard Hargreaves has been the Kenya coordinator for Writers Republic, based in University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He is also a senior coach for public speaking and debating in the Egerton University Motion Movers. He's a Secretary General for Wasimbete Young Professional Association. Mr. Bernard Hargreaves is also a winner of the Best Campus Representative Awards 2024-2025. And finally, he is a winner of Best Student Awards in TAGDEV Summer School 2024. Karibu sana, Mr. Bernard. Maybe let me start off. You just tell us, you are here. You are aspiring to be a leader. You have been here before with us in the bench. Maybe tell us, what is different that you are here this time?
Thank you. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. I think for the very reason why I was here last time is the very reason why I'm here, because it is on the matters leadership, youth and leadership. And that's purposely why I'm here, to speak on the behalf of youths and those people whom I aspire to represent in the SGC, Egerton University.
The previous time you were here, you are vying for the Congress Faculty of Education, Community Studies, FEDCOS. But now here, you are here today aspiring for maybe the Director Academics. The other time, all didn't go well. So what is the drive?
Thank you very much. You wanted to ask what is the driving force behind all this. Yes, I think that growth is constant and everybody would want to grow. When I was going for that position, it is because I could hear what the students from the Faculty of Education were saying, that I should be representing them somewhere. But all the same, I can tell you that I worked with who was the winner, and we delivered very well, however much I wasn't there. Then, now, having served the people of FEDCOS in my capacity just as a student, it is a call now to represent the entire school. It is not my own conviction. I tell you, Honorable Lauzi, that when I walk at least every 5 meters in this school, everyone who meets me is like, Kiongozi, how are you? Kiongozi, would you be there? And so, because they can see that in me, I want to make that vision becomes a reality. Yes.
So, Kiongozi, you are here to fulfill what you had promised to your electorates?
Absolutely so.
Okay, Kiongozi. I'll get straight to the topic today. This seat, why only the Director Academics? We have very many slots. You will have opted to go back to the Congress FEDCOS. You will have opted for the other positions. We have the chair, the vice chair, the treasurer, the direct agenda. But all this you skipped and decided you are settling on the Director Academics. Why did you make this decision?
Well, thank you very much. That's a very good question. In fact, many people even suggested that I could go for positions like the Secretary General, positions like the chair, and this one as well. But be it known that I am a teacher by profession. Teachers deals with academics. Therefore, this is in line with my profession that I would really deliver out of classroom experience. I'm now coming to apply it intertwined with my leadership skills.
Mr. Hargreaves, based on your argument as being a teacher and you only deliver on academics, we know that SGC work hand in hand. So does this mean that you are going to abscond any other duties assigned to you? Or maybe you are, for instance, a student has a problem, you aren't going to assist?
I really will assist, because for me to be called a leader, I think I identify myself as a servant to those whom I propose to lead, and therefore I will work for them. You know, Mr. Balozi, matters academics is the key, in fact, is of the essence reason why we are in school here. Everything is attached to academics, and therefore me coming to this very position, it means I have a call to do that representation that would include even those who feel like marginalized, of whom I'm part of them, coming down there. You know, I was a comrade, and comrades have been saying, crying each and every time that EUSA is not working, and I'm asking myself, now that we have been crying so, let me gonna be there and see why it is not working. Perhaps I could bring new things on the table.
Kiongozi, you are a comrade. You are now graduated. You are not a comrade, and you are vying for comrade's position.
Yes.
You are not a comrade?
I am a comrade,
but
and
comrade
yes,
you are not
will
a comrade.
Be part of me. No. Then I will withdraw. I am a comrade, and everyone is a comrade. In fact, I'm a linguist, and comrade, do you know the meaning of comrade? People misuse the meaning of comrade. Comrade would not just mean a student. Find even your dictionary. There's nowhere that comrades has a definition for. But I don't want to get in the parameters of trying to bring for you the lexemes of what comrades mean. Yes.
Okay, I believe we understand you've said everyone is a comrade. That's the perfect definition of a linguist.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He who can stand on behalf of people and advocate.
Okay, looking ahead, what are your top priorities and goals as direct academics?
Looking ahead, that would mean of a vision. Something ahead would mean that, you know, because as enshrined in the school's mission, I just want to quote so that I may not tamper with it, that the mission of Egerton University is to generate knowledge and offer exemplary education and training to society for national and global development. Therefore, my number one vision, the only vision that I have on matters academic excellence is to advocate for the improvement of academic excellence, because I believe as of now, and the reason as why I selected Egerton University amongst all the universities in Kenya, because it offers academic excellence. But there is a sense in which that which is excellent should be improved to be even better. Therefore, me coming for this position is to make Egerton's on the academic map greater than before.
So how do you plan to make it greater than before?
You know, it is not just a matter of question of one person or one person task. I believe in teamwork and collaboration. We are SGC members. You'll find that one person's role is related to other person's role. And just because we have even the class reps as part of the student body, and these class reps, I am mandated by the roles through Article 30 at its cap 5 of EUSA 2018 that I can be convening class reps meeting to get their views concerning academics. This would mean they will bring good ideas on table. I don't want to gonna do this thing as if I'm a know-it-all. I can do it all myself. But I think these people are good thinkers. They are think tanks in quote that would enable me work efficiently and really make it greater than before.
Kiongozi, talking about class reps, do you believe there has been this going that class reps are complaining about once the student leaders assume office, they maybe assume them, they don't convene meetings with them. And we were there here with a specific discussion with the Secretary General aspirants, and this issue cropped up, and now you have talked about the class reps. Do you believe there is a problem with them, with their welfare?
Yes, not a matter of belief, then that must be then a fact. If you are confirmed to, in your own words, which you've said, that they have failed after assumption of office to intervene a meeting.
Kiongozi, I haven't confirmed anything. I was asking your opinion on the same.
Oh, it is an opinion. Okay. Then, let me answer it in this way. If the class reps have not been convened into a meeting, then it would mean that those who are responsible for to convene these meetings have failed in their works in teamwork responsibility. Because how can you tell us that Mr. President of the Republic of Kenya can work without the help of the MPs? And how can the MPs work without the help of the MCAs? These things are interdependent. And therefore, that's why I was telling you that I know what the class reps undergoes.
You've said, we are happy that you've said you know what they undergo. What are these that they undergo? And maybe tell us how you will address them.
Yes, number one, you know, class reps, I can tell you that however much I'm going up there, I really give kudos to class reps, and I think they are doing fantastic work because they are the people who knows all comrades at the ground level. For example, if you talked about the welfare of the school, those who would know which specific students are much needy or in need are class reps who are them with the class.
And Kiongozi, maybe some citizens, some students will not be able to know. Are class reps part of EUSA?
Yes, class reps are parts of EUSA. And in fact, in EUSA, it is said of they have up to two terms. Though here,
do you have proof about that?
You can confirm in the Constitution to prove me about that. I don't work with the Constitution here. I think of what I've read, I'm informed.
So maybe you can direct us to which clause or where you got the information.
Not actually. You can just open it if you really have it, because when I want to direct, you must be having it at hand.
I have it.
You have it. But you must understand that ain't a lawyer, but in your view, for you to call somebody a class representative, meaning he is delegated to powers to be a leader in that class. Therefore, he is part and parcel of the student body.
Okay, let us make progress as I wait for your directive on the Constitution about the class reps. Okay, Mr. Hargreaves, can you elaborate on your role in promoting and advocating for high-quality academic programs?
First of all, when you mention that, I think I have one of the roles as because now this I can take it to Constitution because this is in my docket.
But the other one, you also, which Constitution are you talking about in the other one, Kenyan or EUSA?
That was in EUSA.
But this one is also in EUSA. Okay, take us through.
But you know, so when you get to read Article 30, with me, Article 30, now move to number 5. which is the roles of the direct academics.
Yeah, I'm well versed.
At its Roman 1. At its Roman 1. It says that I'm entitled some powers to, constitution is something which is very, very...
It's Roman 1 is stating on...
Yes, that one. To collaborate with the library, bookshop, and information committee to address academic challenges faced by members. So, meaning when I want to advocate for academic excellence, then library comes into hand. When library comes into hand, we ask the questions, are there enough resources, reading materials there? And if there are insufficient of that, I advocate, because that is what my role is. When I represent you, the students in the Senate, I would hear such needs so that they can implement. Yeah.
But Kiongozi here, what I'm seeing in the Constitution is that the direct academics shall have such powers and duties as may be provided in this Constitution, and in particular shall, on the advice of bookshop, library, and informative committee, strive to address the academic problems of the members. This means that on the advice of them, it's not your prerogative to do this on your own accord.
On the advice of?
You can go through. Or maybe I'm using a different constitution. I'm using a Kenyan one, and they're using EUSA.
Are you using the EUSA 2018, or is there any version?
That is my question to you. I am using EUSA 2018.
Come on again.
Okay.
The question itself.
The question is on the advice of the library. So does it mean you'll have to do it your own, or you have to follow them, the library and the bookshop?
That's why when I began, I said I believe in collaboration and teamwork. And collaboration would mean you are working closely to the administrators of those specific departments. For example, for me to know that there's a challenge in the library, there are some challenges that students will directly inform me. I will gonna discuss them with the relevant authority within the library itself. They will also confirm, they will help me know what is it that is also pinching them to some extent. It is through there that I will get accurate information, so that when I table it before the Senate, then good implementation can be taken. It is not just a one person do it all.
Kiongozi, thank you for paraphrasing my question. You can now answer it.
I think I've just answered you. Or else, when you need another version of the answer, then I can't tell what is in your mind. Yeah, because what I'm giving are my opinions, which are different from your opinion.
Yeah, but as a linguist, I know maybe these are a form of answering questions. There are very many forms of answering questions, and let us make progress.
Even silence counts as a form of answering question. Let's move on.
Okay, Mr. Linguist, we have students who are not aware of the civic education, and these students fall victims of some, let me say, they are victims of information they were not aware of. For instance, you as the aspirant of the direct academics position, what measures do you take to enhance civic education on student-related university policies, procedures, and regulations among the students? And that is part of your role in the EUSA Constitution 2018.
Absolutely. Only that you have very long questions, paragraphs, that even mastering what to take. Anyway, you said about civic education. I think civic education deals with informing them so that they are aware of certain things.
Kiongozi, you are paraphrasing the question.
Okay, can you go ahead to answer it, and next time please provide some straightforward questions so that I don't paraphrase them. They are too long, my friend.
Kiongozi, I answer your question for you on your behalf. Okay, anyway, my question was, what measures do you take to enhance civic education on student-based related university programs and policies and the procedures and the regulations within. There are students who are out here who make falls because they are not aware of certain regulations, in which if they were aware, they wouldn't have fallen victims of such a.
Oh, now it's very clear.
But you are a linguist. It should
No,
have
no,
been
it's
clear
not.
earlier on. Okay.
Okay, that's nice. Now, on matters civic education, I will still just tell you that because I said I would really work closely with the class reps, I really emphasize on working closely with class reps, because these class reps, they also need to, we need to organize some kind of workshops so that, or some platforms where we can also train them, because the scriptures say, for those who believe, that remind them even if they know. So after reminding the class reps of these things that we should avoid as students, then they can reach their own class, their respective classes, because as it stands now, Egerton University has a number of regular students. I'm just trying to guess it out. You know, I know you may ask me for proof all of that, of figures, about 8,000. So you can't expect one person or even just the SGC people only to do that civic education. Then apart from that, we have also the social media platforms. We have things like, now we have the Gate Media, and other WhatsApp platforms, the Facebook. We can hear those are, how can I put it? Those such education, we can carry them online so that students are informed. And again, I don't know whether that will be answering another question, because I don't know how your questions are. But on matters civic education, I think even during the time of orientation, when they're still pure from home, from the Form 4, they are very disciplined. Everybody is they can listen. I think much also should be done during the orientation.
So after orientation, you just drop them that way?
No, I say much. And you said I'm a linguist, so much should be very critical. Much don't means all. Yeah.
So you've said it doesn't mean all. So the other percentage, what about the others? But the other percentage you are dismissing.
No, I'm saying much would mean much should also be done during the orientation when they are new students, so that we tell them to walk in the right path and to remain as good and as disciplined students, disciplined men and women, as they were when they were joining Egerton University. So that if suppose they were otherwise, then when they are walking out of Egerton University, then they walk out of this great institution, people who can work elsewhere and are admired by the entire world.
So Kiongozi, assuming you are a student of the School of Common Knowledge, March, you've said we are going to address March, and you from your own word, you said when they are fresh. It means you are addressing the first years only.
Not really. What I mean,
because I'm pretty sure you'll be in office when the first cohort, a different cohort, only one cohort, will be admitted. So it doesn't mean you'll be admitting even those who have been admitted in the institution. So it means your agenda is only targeting the first years.
That's nice. You know, sometimes understanding is relevant. I want you to get me clear. When I said much should be done during the orientation, much would mean I will still do it even to the continuing students. That's why I was talking about of some platforms. But when I mean during the time of orientation, tell me, Mr. Balozi, I hope you went through, no any single person, including the VC, during his time as a student,
we are not
overlooked.
Just
listen. I'm at the right point.
This is my show. We are not going to
okay, fine.
Names here.
Including you, and me saying the VC doesn't mean the VC you intend. VC is just an abbreviation.
I didn't intend anyone. You maybe
including even the vice chair. So what I mean is this: everybody passed through being a first year. No one jumped. the other first years who will come after my tenure will also meet another direct academics who would do much during the orientation. So no one overlook. No one can jump to second year without passing through first year. That is what I mean. Now all these people will pass through the process.
As advised, let me work on my understanding. You talked of March. What is this match you're talking about? Because you've only said I'll do match, first year's match. What is this match?
Not first year's match. That is how your understanding has it all, but not how the people I am addressing. You know, I'm not addressing you. I'm addressing the people I wish to represent.
Because I'm with you here, you're also addressing me. You're addressing the
I'm saying, now, let me now, because you don't understand much, I will say that I think civic education, much of civic education should be done during the orientation when these students are still fresh from home and they have not been interfered with due to maybe peer influence from different backgrounds from the people they did not know. But it doesn't mean that having done civic education there, that now I am going to stop. I am going to do even more. Only that I don't want the new students who are very innocent, the innocent souls, messing their lives later because of those people whom they found here who had messed up themselves. You get? So that is what I mean. I don't mean anything else.
Okay, Kiongozi, you have been a leader in the previous, in your previous capacities. What are these challenges you faced?
You know,
as made you get strong, and how did you overcome them?
Very well. In any position where you are, as much as you have those people who loves you, you have those people who hates you. There must be criticisms. So criticism is one of the things. And also bringing people from diverse background to a common understanding and of one interest becomes a challenge. And it only needs a leader who is strong-hearted, who is open-minded, and able to be advised, to hear people. Even about matters criticism that I was telling you. Me, when I'm criticized, I seek that as a weakness, and I see that as an opportunity which I should work hard to make something out of it. Yeah.
Okay, Kiongozi. So, with your basic understanding, you only highlighted of the criticism that I asked. So, how did you address them, or what are these specific challenges?
About criticism, you know, sometimes when people who I always take criticism as equal to appreciation, but now how I addressed them is that I would always follow these critics. What are the critics saying? Then, because let me put PLO.
Because this is such a wonderful discussion, and I'll just beg to cut you short. And we are getting back. Thank you for staying with the youth and leadership. The discussion is ongoing, and once we are back, we are going to engage more and more and more with this fascinating discussion. Don't go far. We're going for a short break.
We hustle.
We go through.
Access granted.
We win.
We lose.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
In everything, we dust ourselves.
We are the majority.
You want to tell me just what we're dealing with here?
If you haven't guessed by now, I'll tell you who we are.
It's me. Hi.
We are the empowered youth.
On air, underground.
And this is our podcast, the EUI Podcast.
Turn it up. Let the speakers move. Go.
I want to recommend very highly Coilib to every youth out there who has an idea that they want to bring on board. This is a place where you'll be incubated, so to say. You, irrespective of how rugged you feel your idea is, you come to this place and we will continuously work on you to make sure that the idea that you have is refined and at least you become the person.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
Coilib for my business has really been a point of growth because I've seen my business move from one point to another. And you know, with Coilib, you get to understand the business aspect of it and how to make money.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
We hustle.
We go through.
Access granted.
We win.
We lose.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
In everything, we dust ourselves.
We are the majority.
You want to tell me just what we're dealing with here?
If you haven't guessed by now, I'll tell you who we are.
It's me. Hi.
I want to recommend very highly Coilib to every youth out there who has an idea that they want to bring on board. This is a place where you'll be incubated, so to say. You, irrespective of how rugged you feel your idea is, you come to this place and we will continuously work on you to make sure that the idea that you have is refined and at least you become the person.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
Coilib for my business has really been a point of growth because I've seen my business move from one point to another. And you know, with Coilib, you get to understand the business aspect of it and how to make money.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
I want to recommend very highly Coilib to every youth out there who has an idea that they want to bring on board. This is a place where you'll be incubated, so to say. You, irrespective of how rugged you feel your idea is, you come to this place and we will continuously work on you to make sure that the idea that you have is refined and at least you become the person.
Coilib Incuba. Innovate, invest, incubate.
We hustle.
We go through.
Access granted.
We win.
We lose.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
In everything, we dust ourselves.
We are the majority.
You want to tell me just what we're dealing with here?
If you haven't guessed by now, I'll tell you who we are.
It's me. Hi.
We are the empowered youth.
On air, underground.
And this is our podcast. the EUI podcast.
Let the speakers move. Go.
Thank you for staying with the youth and leadership. The discussion starts right now, and as we are proceeding and we were discussing about the youth and leadership, the whole aspect of it. And with me in studio is still my guest, Mr. Bernard Hargreaves. And Mr. Bernard Hargreaves, we were talking about your aspiration about being the director academics. Maybe from your own point of view, what are these things that you feel students have been pressed on and you feel they need dire and urgent responses?
Thank you very much for that question. So, there are a lot of things that could be happening, some of which I think a number also have been addressed, and some have not been addressed. And if suppose some have not been addressed, these things are dynamic, these challenges which comes. They are dynamic and they call for some sort of flexibility to address. We have people who have things to do with the missing marks, just to say, and especially when I talk of missing marks, would call for, there's a very, very long process of following their marks, because missing marks would mean the marks are somewhere else. Maybe they are recorded, but they were not fed in the system. You find now, like, there are some faculties that they don't offer those full courses in their own faculties. For example, when you're a student in the Faculty of Education and you are taking science subjects, you find that it is related to Faculty of Science. When you are a student in the Faculty of Education taking some art subject, you'll find they are based in the Faculty of, in the FAS, the Faculty of Arts and Sciences. So all this, you find there is somehow, it is very long. So you go here from this one faculty, you be told, move to the other one, that you don't know, you are not familiar with the lecturers who are there, with the administrators who are there. So sometimes I think that how I could address that is to advocate for a situation where, there is more of accuracy while feeding this information, and there is more of fair treatment of students regardless of which mother faculty of your course are you coming from, because many people from different faculties have been hearing such issues around. Yeah.
Mr. Hargreaves, we are going to go deep to the session and read some of the comments and the feedbacks as we proceed to the Constitution. Just the issue you've addressed on the missing mark, someone here, he has no name, he's anonymous. He's said, kindly ask Kiongozi on the issue of missing mark. How are you going to ensure students have their marks up to date and not consequently looking for marks from department to department? The second question he's asking is, on the issue of portal update, we have had students getting their marks disappearing. How are you going to make sure the institution has an upstanding portal that does not consequently affect our personal information in the portal?
So the other one, I think I'd answered the first. Yeah, but for the second one, that indeed is real. I can say it is real thing there, because many have inboxed me on the same, even when I was coming here, and even last week some could call me that, Kiongozi, at the other time I was not having such a grade, and this time this grade is different and all that. But I think that we need to be patient. In the school portal, Matters School Portal, it is beyond my control, because it is beyond my control, but yet, because the school is adopting a new portal, there is a sense in which it is being improved day in, day out, and that you can agree with me. So because the school is still improving its portal, let us just be patient, and these things which are happening, we shall inform them so that they improve it to be even more better. Yeah.
Another question here. Someone is making a comment and saying the last time Kiongozi was in studio, he was with the same he was with the same attires. It seems like his party has decided to stick on the merchandise. I would like him to donate me one and be part of his party.
Thank you very much. I want to say that that person is a liar. I have very many African attires, only African attires. Last time when I was here, you can confirm, you can check. I was in maroon. I was in full maroon Nigerian prince attire. Today, I am in white Nigerian prince attire. So that person is not following, and the person must be playing some dirty game that he can't win. Yeah.
Okay, maybe
you can confirm you are the one who interviewed me.
Okay.
I was in.
I am not the one of the question anyway.
Yeah. So you can see. You can see now. Those are the critics that I was telling you. You want now to people to see me as one who don't change. And I have this. I have a number, and you of course know.
Maybe they are thinking, they are afraid that maybe you will, instead of working for them, you'll be changing closets. Anyway, that's just a light note.
Okay, there's no problem.
Okay.
There is no problem there.
Kiongozi, I want to take this opportunity maybe to for you to share with us what you aspire to do for the comrades, your manifesto in brief.
Thank you very much to ask that good question. Only that, I think it is much prior to disclose all, and you can also see that we were supposed to be here, 3 of us. And the other 2 have not even disclosed theirs yet. I don't know, but there's a sense in which Kenyans have become very tricky.
So they are not here because they are afraid of the Kenyan prince?
I haven't said I'm a Kenyan prince. I only described my clothes as Nigerian's prince attires. My friend, don't misunderstand me, my friend. Huh? Kenyan prince is another figure elsewhere. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so you are proceeding. Just highlight any that you can highlight.
Manifestos. I'm not going to touch on any very specific manifesto here today, but I can give it in a general way. So allow me answer it in my way. Thank you very much. I'm saying that comrades who are listening to me, my very general manifesto here is to do academic excellence advocacy, to advocate for improvement, because I said already our academic is excellent, to advocate for an improved academic excellent institution. And through that, because, you know, I don't want to promise those who are the delegates and the congresspersons who are delegated powers by the students who are the voters, that when you elect me, I am going to implement so and so. In my duties, in my roles as enshrined in the EUSA Constitution, there is no any specific clause that states that I will implement this. Now, I will really advocate, because the platforms I have been having gives me that confidence. I am not afraid. I think I will advocate and speak my opinions, which shall be informed by what they are saying on the grounds there. They will be not just my words. I will be just but a messenger.
And Kiongozi, do you think the office you are aspiring for right now was left with some gaps?
There could be gaps, there could be not. ain't sure, but I know during the time of handing power, the person who is now acting in that capacity, who is Mr. Teddy, I would sit with him at a personal level so that he can tell me whatever he did that he did not complete, so that I can pick them from there so that they are not left hanged. So that I can't answer until we have a discussion, and then everything shall be well.
Okay, Mr. Bernard, how do you ensure that the association's interests are effectively represented? The association, the EUSA interests, basically at the university senates, at the board of undergraduate studies, and the library and the bookshop committee, in which, and the student disciplinary committee.
Thank you very much. That would mean that I must be a good listener. For me to do a good representation, number one, I must be a good listener during the parliamentary sessions, so that, because I said I'm a messenger, you see, it is I who will be the direct academics, and the chair to be are the people who will be entitled to be in the Senate, meaning we are messengers of the school parliament. Therefore, I'll be a very good listener, and I will be very honest person, so that I take the exact information that has been passed. Remember, they are not my own, that have been passed there, and do that very representation there accurately. And this, I think, all comrades believes in me, because I'm a man of my words. When I say I will do it, yes, I will.
And then on the height of all this, you are still a student. How do you plan to balance your academic life and your leadership life?
My academic life and leadership life, I think, ever since much it all the way from the primary, from the class 4 to Form 4, I've been a leader. I still managed to pass well, that's why I'm here. Last time I was running for FEDCO's Congress position, I thought, and many people thought, that I would, my CF would fluctuate, but it even risen more. So, meaning, I know how to balance it. I'm a good reader for you to become even another. So, don't worry about this. And this time around, I would even make it higher, yeah.
Okay, the good thing about Kiongozi, you even ask for seen questions, and for seen questions, that is so notable, and that is a good. So how will you facilitate as SecGen and balance your responsibilities as an SGC member of parliament, and basically
as a DA?
Yeah, and as a DA.
Mm-hmm.
How will you balance them as a SGC member of parliament and as a director academics?
As an SGC member, I think however much is I'm entitled to the two, I think balancing them, because, when you want to become a leader, meaning you are ready to serve, you've decided to give the best of your time. You give your time, you give some priorities. I think balancing them will not be something that will be problematic. If I am not sick, when I am in good health, because they say health is wealth, I will ever be present and participate actively in both houses.
So how are you going to, maybe? Because we find at times there are conflict of interests, and someone, because you as a director academics, you have specific roles. Yeah.
So you are saying there are some?
You have specific roles. Now how are you going to bring on board and make sure that both your offices work as an overall body and as an independent body?
So first of all, I think I have a very good committee of people who are of lucid minds. I will also be advised. where possible. Where possible, I'll get advice. When I'll be advised, I will be flexible to adopt and articulate to each.
Okay, as Director Academics, one of your roles as per the EUSA Constitution is to convene and attend all the class representative meetings to minutes under your docket. So how often or which procedures are you going to put in place for this to take place?
That has
And
been
how
my-
frequent?
That has been my prayer, because I'll be serving in 2 semesters. I intend to do one at the beginning of each semester and one towards the end of each semester, so that at the beginning we are setting goals. Then at the end of each semester, we are now meeting to see when we really achieved the goals we set to cover during that semester, being guided by the features of good objectives, SMART.
Okay, we have students who maybe go hungry, they are not well as financially. As a Director Academics, maybe it is not part of your role, but you're part of the SGC. How can you, what's your insight on this?
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to say that even at this capacity, we are being as told, Kiongozi, yesterday this thing and all that, and we are not well, and we get to reach through our pockets the little we may be having. That is number one. Now, when I am there, what I tell you that when we are elected as SGC, when we do this thing as a teamwork, I know that is in the docket of the welfare, director welfare, but there is a sense of advocacy for even more funds into this thing. So it is not just a one person, but we shall help. I shall support any motion that will be brought in the parliament, even by the congressmen, and the docket of the welfare, which is promoting for such. I will really be happy and I will really support. Yeah.
So to mean even if the punitive policies?
The punitive policies. What do you mean by the word punitive policies? In regards to
that not favor the students.
My friend, of any punitive policy that can't favor people I wish to represent, that one will be in contrary to my principles. Then my role as an advocate would not be well. I think any punitive policy should be addressed with immediate effect, and we shall offer. We shall not just reject, but we shall offer an alternative to replace that which is punitive. That's why we are elected, because these people believe we are leaders and we are thinkers, and we can offer some good options. Yeah.
Kiongozi, have you ever found yourself in the headwind of maybe you are having a scenario and maybe you are caught in the headwind between the good and the wrong, and the wrong one is not favoring the comrades? So how did you go through this?
Between the good?
The two challenges. If you have ever been caught between two challenges that were hard, how did you overcome this, and what was the challenge?
In regards to?
Just the general leadership life.
Okay. So I can't remember very specific, but I also don't believe or like things that are easy or that comes the easy way. Especially when you meet challenges in your leadership areas, it hardens you. It even makes you prepared for another one. So there's no one which is very specific that I can point to. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you stay with the current trends and changes in the education and academic life, now that some comrades are shouting on the rooftops, claiming that the help, the loans are delaying? How will you address this?
So, you know, when you speak for help, now it goes beyond me just as a director of academics here at university. But because I'm a go-getter, I'm a person who believes in overall leadership. What I mean is, there's somebody who once said that your networks are your net worths. We have very many, and I know very many student leaders in the country. We shall join the student leadership body nationally so that we can air this as a nation, not as Egerton University, because this is a matter which affects the entire nation. Yeah.
And as we come to the close of the show, Mr. Hargreaves, how do you plan to address the varying needs of students, including those who may be at risk academically?
Yes, and number one, the varying risk academically would mean that some may not even be able to cater for their school fee. Some even defer just because of some few areas. But I acknowledge that EUSA offers bursary. So such people, through the help of the class reps, that's why I told you I will have to give much of my effort. In fact, my legacy would be helped written by the class reps. They will identify for us those students who are in need most, so that these students, we can take their names forward and we ensure that during the disbursement of the EUSA bursary, they are of benefit. And even beyond that, for me, I don't know how others are, but for me, back at home, I have helped very many people, especially from the Migori County. They can attest to you. Even last semester and this semester, I was back. What I mean is that I have good relationship with my area MCA. You get? I have good relationship with my area MP. I have good relationship with our area senator. So, with my county senator. Now, these things, now when it comes to bursary, in fact, last time I took the ones for, you can even check the Migori County when you are in that platform, I asked them, everybody to send me their details here, because I am in this very office, I want to issue the names of all Egerton students, university, so that they are given this bursary. So, I can also, in collaboration with other student leaders, having found this, they also get in connection with their various leaders outside there, so that these students do not leave school at all because of school fee. We shall try.
Kiongozi, just a parting shot, your final word to the electorates and the viewers looking at you and listening to you right now.
First of all, I want to thank everyone who accompanied me here. I did not come myself because they believed in me, some of whom I have never seen, but they are with us. And to you, the voters, the students there, what I can urge you is that at these hours of moments, please go and elect a congressperson whom you know merits over others. Not just because somebody is your tribesman or somebody is your friend, but on the basis of merit, so that we don't cry next time. Let us elect, and to those people who will make it, to the congresspersons who will make it to delegate positions and congresspersons, please know that there is a duty that have been delegated to you. Comrades have trust in you, and they are going to delegate the duty for you to go and elect for them the students in the governing council. Please elect students in the governing council based on meritocracy, so that we can make EUSA great again. Otherwise, thank you very much for having followed me, and please keep praying for me, so that together we shall reach. And when we reach there, I will give my best.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a very entertaining and very educating discussion with Mr. Bernard Hargreaves. And basically, Mr. Bernard Hargreaves, who has been a leader towards various platforms, and he has aired his points and told you what he deems fit and what he will do to the electorates once elected. Thank you so much for joining us in today and sharing your insights. And it's very clear that the issues we've discussed today will in one way or another impact the society. Thank you for being with the Youth and Leadership Show. Till next time, I was your host, Dickens, and I for my team, the cameraman, the producer, and the whole team behind the production. Kudos.
We hustle.
We go through.
Access granted.
We win.
We lose.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
In everything, we dust ourselves.
We are the majority.
You wanna tell me just what we're dealing with here?
If you haven't guessed by now, I'll tell you who we are.
It's me. Hi.
We are the empowered youth.
On air, underground.
And this is our podcast, the EUI Podcast.
Turn it up, let the speakers move. Go.